All right, back again later than promised. Apologies, but it is what it is. It's a busy weekend, holiday weekend in America, so a little bit of traveling. Anyway, what I have here, this was last Tuesday. I did a little program hop. We'll get into that a bit later, but here, this was a Texas method with Olympic lifting included. And on this Tuesday, I did 8 doubles with 170 on snatch, which you're seeing here. You're only going to see the last 3. I did not subject anybody to the pain of watching 8 doubles with the same weight on snatch. 8 doubles on anything. That is a big ask. So, it's just the last 3. I'm trying to get good here. One thing you will notice is that I will use straps on the snatch when I'm doing any sort of volume work. Anything, like if I'm going to max out, I'll use hook grip. But if I'm doing like a bunch of singles or doubles or anything like that, pause even, I'm not going to hook grip. I'm not going to hook grip. It is just not that important to me. And it's unnecessary. I'm already doing, I snatch and clean and jerk. None of these days has their own day for the lift. So I'm going to hook grip on the clean. I don't really care to do it again. I don't care to do it on the snatch and then just do it again on the clean. Then I did 10 singles, I believe, on the clean and jerk with 275. I was supposed to do like 15, but I just timed out. I had to, there was other shit that had to get done here at this gym in the area where I was permitted to do clean and jerk, and that's not my prerogative to take up the gym space past what I'm allowed to. I think this is the last. So there's 2 here, and I just kept it on the same video because I was out of time, and they told me 7 o'clock you got to be off. So I just went. It was like 6:59 here. They're moving over to the turf, and I was like, all right, I'll get one more in before they actually need this part of the turf. And you'll watch me pace around for a second. I guess now would be a good time to say that, like, I had to move off Texas. I'm not progressing on squat, so something has to change because you can't progress on the Olympic lifts without progressing on squat. I need to squat more than 2 times a week, and so that's what just had to happen. I didn't even, I did go to record on Tuesday. I wanted to do 10 sets of 3 at like 475. That didn't happen. I ended up failing on like the 2nd rep of my 6th or 5th set or something like that. So I did pull-ups with like 85 pounds here. That was the work that I got in on that Wednesday. But yeah, I couldn't, I'm not progressing anymore. So something's got to change. So basically, it's like it's still kind of starting strength. It's a STAR method, heavy, medium, light. And so I have my heavy days, medium days, light days, doing Olympic lifts like 5 times a week. And then I pretty much squat every day that I Olympic lift. I think I'm getting like 5 squat sessions in a week maybe. So that is, okay, here's also my day of pressing. This was supposed to be the day that I hit 300 and redeemed myself. That didn't end up happening. You will see momentarily. If you follow me on Instagram, you've already seen it. But anyway, with squat, I need that higher frequency squatting because I'm used to it, because I've done the squat every day, and that's when my squat's at the strongest. When you make a change like this, when you move from, this is 290. I don't know, legitimate or not. I think there's a little bit of knee bend there. I don't know if I can count it. But whatever. And here's the 301 attempt. Because I knew that I had one 300, and I would have had it, but I started blacking out again. I just have to deal with the fact that I'm going to black out to hit it. Anyway, here was a heavy day, max out day on the Olympic lifts. 205, really shitty snatch, but it is what it is. Yeah, baby. Anyway, I just need that higher frequency squatting. I can't do 2 times a week, even 3 times a week, just on the lower side of it for me. All right, here's 308 clean. I go to jerk it. I've had to work on my jerk. and it's not there. I ended up getting 302, but it was the press out, so gotta clean that up. 2 days is gonna work for most of the population, but when you utilize the high frequency squatting as I have in order to progress, your body kind of adapts to needing that amount of volume, frequency, etc. to progress. This is a medium day, so I believe it's 5 singles. Yeah, 5 singles, and this is 175. Yeah, and then with the clean and jerk, which is coming next, I think it was 256 or 257. It was at a certain percent, and I can get exact percents by using the microplates, 5 singles as well. But anyway, I kind of had the impression that the 2 times a week wasn't enough for me. Like I have this itching in my body, like, man, I need to be squatting more. You know, one guy I have a huge amount of respect for, and he really helped popularize like squatting every day, and which I'm not doing right now, but at least the higher frequency squatting, is Damian Pizzuti. And you can find a video with him on a what are they? They're not Barbell Brigade. Maybe it's Barbell Brigade. Whatever Bart Kwan is on. I don't know. Look up world record squatter Damian Pizzuti, I think is the video, and he's squatting with Bart Kwan, and they're going over the Bulgarian method. And basically he says, you know, I have to squat this frequently for my squat to go up. If I miss a day of squatting, I can feel my squat going down. This is 257, by the way. I can tell looking at the plates. So yeah, and that's because at that point he's adapted to that kind of high frequency, and I have as well. And like, you know, you think that you can make up for it with the volume, but when the body comes kind of like accustomed to it, it's hard to continue. So like I've just got weaker on squat, and this program calls for a lot more front squatting than back squatting. It's just back squatting 1 time a week. That's fine. I haven't front squatted in a while. It feels quite foreign at the moment, but it's still, even though maybe it's not as much weight because I'm obviously going to be a much weaker front squatter than a back squatter, it's just the high frequency at the squat pattern movement that's going to actually get my shit moving again. Also, now that I have resources at my disposal, like I might as well learn low bar. I have to. Anyway, I think I had to do 3 singles at like 85% of my best front squat. So this is 370. And I think my best front squat's like 440. So 3 singles at 370. Getting back into it. That moved real fast there. I think the last one moves even faster. So yeah, pretty happy with that. These Olympic lifting days, they get pretty demanding. You can tell I'm fucking sweating my ass off. Yeah, that's speedy. I can't wait to, I think Friday, there's a day where I will max out on my front squat and then do my back squats. I think it's Friday. This is today, so this is a light day. 5 singles at 75%. I took the opportunity at the lighter weight to do pauses. It kind of helps with me with drilling, keeping the bar close, keeping my weight back on my heels instead of my toes because I tend to jump out. And just overall being explosive. I kind of do these lifts pretty slow. They're quick lifts. They're not slow lifts. Look at that. That one was pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. This is the last one. I don't think I was as happy with this one. Yeah, coming forward a bit. But overall trying to be more explosive. And then for my clean and jerk, it was like 226 and a half. Yeah, 226 and a half. So I took the opportunity to power clean it. I'm really, really shitty at power cleans, so it'll be good to get this work in. And then I've also been working on the jerk because my jerk has always been pretty shitty. I do press out, so I'm trying to get under the bar as quickly as possible. You can tell it's definitely improved. I also try with the belt on. Some people like to do clean and jerks with like a powerlifting belt. I don't know how you do this. It felt quite uncomfortable, I'm not going to lie. I probably won't do this going forward. But I wanted to take the opportunity at a lighter weight to try. I feel like when it becomes to the full clean, like it's just going to be restricting my mobility so much that I'm going to be weak. Like it doesn't matter. Oh, hypothetically, you can brace more, sure, but my mobility's more shitty, so I'm not going to be able to fall under as significant weights. You know, I got the 140 kilogram 308 clean. I don't know if I'm falling under that with a belt on. That was a decent power clean. Some of those power cleans are decent. Some of them just felt like shit. And then also kind of like rebuilding the front rack position. Just kind of lost it because I was doing curls and I wasn't front squatting. This is 330 for 3, 75%. And these are like moving pretty fast. I don't know if I'll actually be at like top strength by Friday, but we will see. And that's it. I will see you next time.